If you are not aware of how short your time is on the earth, you will become a master of procrastination. John chapter 9, verse 4. I must work the works of him who sent me while it is day. The night is coming when no one can work. Friend, you should ever live with a spiritual urgency. You should ever live with a spiritual urgency. If you have almost spiritual amnesia, you've been spiritually tranquilized, and all of your plans for the Lord are 10 years in the future, you will never get to where you're supposed to be. Reinhard Bonnke said this. This is an outstanding quote. Those who forever talk about the will of God are overrun by those who do the will of God. Did you hear that? Those who forever talk about the will of God. One day I'm going to. One day I'm going to. But here's the problem. For those people, one day never arrives. I'm going to. Why aren't you? Why aren't you? What reason do you have why you are not doing something for the Lord? What is your reason? Well, my 5-year plan. Be gone with your 5-year plan. What is God telling you to do today? What is he telling you to do? What has God spoken, and why are you not doing it? Friend, excuses will always kill the plan of God in your life. Don't be a master of excuses, be a master of obedience. You met them 10 years ago. I'm going to do something great for God. 10 years later, what have you done? Nothing, but I'm going to do something great for God. What have you done? What has your life achieved for the kingdom since I last met you? James chapter 4, verse 13. Look here, you who say today or tomorrow, we are going to a certain town and we will stay there a year. We will do business there and make a profit. How do you know what your life will be like tomorrow? Your life is like the morning fog. Here for a little while, then it's gone. Friend, you don't have millions of opportunities for the Lord. You have a very short time. Leonard Ravenhill, tomorrow is a word found only in a fool's calendar. That's awesome. I like that a lot. I will not wait for the perfect opportunity. I will seize the opportunity given to me. I will not wait for the perfect opportunity. I will seize the opportunity given to me. We all know the famous saying, the opportunity of a lifetime must be seized within the lifetime of the opportunity. But I want to amend that just a little bit. In fact, I don't want to amend it. I want to give you a different version. Don't wait for the perfect opportunity. Seize the opportunity presented to you. Friend, I don't think it's a far stretch to tell you today, it is incredibly rare that the perfect opportunity ever comes along. Those who do great things for God simply take advantage of the opportunity they do have. So you don't wait for the perfect blue sky and the breeze to be blowing just right. You set your sail toward where the wind is blowing, and even if there do be clouds in the sky and rain, you go out on the oceans anyway. Again, I remind you of what Evangelist Bonnke said. Those who forever talk about the will of God are overrun by those who actually are doing the will of God. Stop waiting for the perfect opportunity. The time is now. John chapter 4, verse 34. Jesus said to them, my food is to do the will of him who sent me. Listen to that. Hold on. My food is to do the will of him who sent me. Jesus said this, I am fueled by doing the work of God. Well, I'm sort of tired right now. Maybe you're tired because you're not doing anything. And I'm not speaking down right now on pastors who labor hard and say they become burned out. I don't believe you ever have to be burned out if there's an ever-flowing river within you. Psalm chapter 1 and Joshua 1 would actually argue against being burned out. I find personally, friend, the more active I am for the Lord, the more strength I have to do it. I am at my worst when I'm doing the least. But how many of you find that when you're doing very little for God, you end up somehow tired? But the more I do for God, I end up having more spiritual energy, enthusiasm than ever in my life. Jesus taught this principle. My food is to do the will of him who sent me and to finish his work. Jesus said, that's food for me. It keeps me going. Doing the will of God keeps me going.